starting. No one's joined yet.
Oh, of course no one's joined yet. Don't be wiggling my camera.
You nervous?
A little bit, yeah. So glad that you're joining our live. We will be getting started in just a few minutes. Our first book is going to be Little Blue Truck Springtime. I know that a lot of my students really love Little Blue Truck. Every day we are reading a Little Blue Truck. So in just a few minutes, we're going to give a little bit of time for some other people to join. But again, thank you all for showing up and listening. I hope this will be a regular thing. As you can see, Mo and Peso are here as well. They're going to get their story time, just like at school. All right, guys, I think it's just about time to go ahead and get started. Thanks to my wonderful daughter. She is the one that is recording us today, so you'll be able to see all the pictures. All right, Trin, are we ready to get started?
Mm-hmm.
All right, guys, here we go. Little Blue Truck's Springtime. Little Blue Truck is on the road, taking a drive with good friend Toad. It's a yoo-hoo sky blue spring sing day. Who do you think they'll see along the way? Yoo-hoo sheep, beep beep, what's new? A little white lamb and a twin lamb too. Who's out swimming in a line? Yoo-hoo duck and ducklings 9. Do you see all those ducklings? Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yoo-hoo goat, what do you say? Can the kids come out to play? Yoo-hoo, cow just munching corn. Yoo-hoo, little calf just born. Mama pig, who's in your pen? Yoo-hoo, piglets, 1 to 10. Let's count the piglets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ears in clover, that looks funny. Hippity hop, yoo-hoo bunny. Do you see the bunny? There it is right there. Bunny sister, bunny brother, and another, and another. What's this nestled in the grass? Check it out before we pass. Tap, tap, anybody home? Who's inside this smooth round dome? Crickety crack, everybody shout. Yoo-hoo chick, come on out. Look at that baby chick. Yoo-hoo sun, yoo-hoo sky, yoo-hoo white clouds sailing by. Birds that sing, frogs that leap. Yoo-hoo spring, beep, beep, beep. Look at all the friends that have joined the Little Blue Truck. The end. Well, there was our first book. I hope you guys loved it. If you want to hear it again, or maybe you missed a little bit of it, we'll do it again at 3 o'clock today. But on to our next book. It's a little bit longer for our older kids. This is called Glamster. This was one of my little girl's favorite books when she was growing up. She told me last night this is her childhood. So we'll go ahead and get started. Glamster. Harriet the hamster was vexed. Between the neon signs blinking Hamster World and her sister Patricia's snores, she was wide awake. Hamster World was having its huge annual sale in the morning. It was the hamster's big chance to be adopted, and she had to get her beauty sleep. Harriet decided to read some of the magazine pages the assistant store manager had used to line the cage. Sometimes she got lucky and found a whole issue of Nuts and Seeds Weekly or Hamster's Digest. She loved reading the pages of Hamsters at Home, filled with photos of hamsters in their luxurious new homes. "What if I'm never chosen?" Harriet murmured. "No one ever seems to notice Patricia and me." Patricia gave a little snore and rolled over. Harriet's eyes were caught by the page Patricia had been laying on. "Not getting noticed? Now you can go from hamster to glamster." "Well, here's something interesting," Harriet said. Harriet scanned the article and her eyes grew wide. There were pictures of glamsters everywhere. Their fur was sleek and shiny. They wore fancy, glittering shoes and enormous white-rimmed sunglasses. "I bet if I looked like that, I'd be noticed in record time," Harriet thought. All she had to do was follow a few simple steps. Harriet took the 5-minute Rate Your Glamster Potential quiz. She chose her signature colors and filled out a questionnaire called, "Is Your Coat Dazzling or Dull?" She created her own version of their high gloss and glow fur volumizer using carrot juice, water, and essence of sesame seed husk. She rubbed the potion over every inch of her fur, just as the article had said. "Why, I feel tingly and sleek already," Harriet declared. Patricia continued to snore away. Harriet followed the instructions under Create Your Unique Look and made a glamorous hat. She used a wrapper from a Lifesaver tropical fruit roll to give it an exotic rainbow look. "I can practically feel the glamour oozing out of me. What shall I do next?" Harriet looked at Patricia. Then she knew exactly what to do. Using slivers of leftover seed packaging, Harriet fashioned Patricia a lovely set of whisker extensions and glued them into place with celery paste. They looked so nice, she made another set for herself. A few minutes later, Patricia woke up. When she saw Harriet, she began to scream. She screamed so high and so loud that Harriet began to scream too. "What is it, Patricia?" Harriet cried. "Harriet?" whispered Patricia. "Of course it's Harriet," Harriet answered. "Who else would I be?" "I was dreaming about space aliens, and I thought you were one of them." Harriet laughed. "It's the new me, Patricia. I've transformed myself." And she gave a little twirl. "Ta-da!" Harriet announced, "I'm a glamster." Patricia just stared. "Darling, it's the key to getting us noticed." Patricia shook her head. "Oh, Harriet, I don't know what to say." "That's all right. You're my sister, and I love you. We'll give you a makeover, too." Patricia looked Harriet up and down. "Well, I know. Don't you just love it? I started with high gloss and glow fur volumizer as my signature look. And given a little more time, I think I can produce a two-tone claw polish that will..." But Harriet," Patricia interrupted. "Have you actually looked at yourself?" Harriet paused to consider this, then scampered over to the shiny silver water dish. "I'm not quite sure this is the glamster look I was after," she said very quietly. Patricia put a paw around her sister. Overhead, the lights began coming on. Hamster World was opening for business. Harriet buried her face in Patricia's soft fur. "What was I thinking?" Harriet moaned. "No one will want me now. I'm Frankenhamster." "Harriet," Patricia said, "some nice little girl is going to take you home, and I'll be stuck here and we'll never see each other again," Harriet wailed. "Harriet," Patricia repeated. "We've always been together," Harriet howled. "That's all that really matters, and now it's too late." "Harriet, snap out of it." Patricia picked up Harriet and tossed her into the water bowl. Harriet spluttered and swam until Patricia reached in and hauled her out. "Well, that's definitely an improvement," Patricia said. "The magazine," Harriet paused between words to let her teeth chatter, "said we needed to be glamsters to get noticed, and today is the sale." Patricia pulled a flannel scrap out of the bed pile and began toweling Harriet off. "All of our brothers and sisters got homes," Patricia said. "Yes," Harriet sniffed. "And they weren't glamsters," Patricia added. "No," Harriet snuffled. "Well then," Patricia said, giving Harriet's back another brisk rub, "you don't look like Frankenhamster anymore. The family resemblance is back." Harriet noticed a little girl a few feet away, watching them closely. "Really, Harriet, you mustn't worry yourself so," Patricia chattered, still rubbing Harriet with the towel. Harriet stood stock still. The little girl walked over to the cage. She looked at Harriet. She looked at Patricia. And then she smiled. "Patricia," Harriet whispered, "I think we're being chosen." Patricia nodded. "How do I look?" Harriet asked. Patricia leaned in close to her ear. "You look," she whispered, "like you." Harriet put her hat back on her head and beamed. The end. All right, guys, that book was so great. It was all about how it's okay to be just you. Again, if you guys liked it, you can come back at 3, or you can join me again tomorrow. We'll read another book. If you have any suggestions or recommendations, let me know. All right, guys, see you later.